The Tee It Up Golf Show with Michael Graw here on Trib Live Radio.
Welcome to the Tee It Up Golf Show here on Trib Live Radio. I'm Mike Graw. It's been a very exciting day for golf in Western Pennsylvania, what promises to be a very exciting summer for golf in Western Pennsylvania with the U.S. Open coming to Oakmont Country Club. Media Day at Oakmont today. A lot of people getting a good up-close look at Oakmont. Mike Davis from the USGA there to discuss setup of the course. And I always think of the classic Lee Trevino line that Oakmont is the only course in the country where you can show up unannounced and host a U.S. Open. So not a whole lot has to be done, but always need to see how things are shaping up. But we're not talking the pro level or the best of the best that will be competing at Oakmont at the U.S. Open. We're talking about growing the game and giving kids who haven't been exposed to the game of golf the ability to learn and fall in love with the sport that we all love. To hear talk about the First Tee of Pittsburgh, very pleased to be joined in studio by Marc Field, the executive director of the First Tee of Pittsburgh. He joins me now on the Golf Show on Trib Live Radio. Marc, thanks so much for stopping up.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Glad to be here.
A lot of our listeners are probably vaguely familiar with what the First Tee is, getting kids, as I said, who typically don't have access to the game of golf, giving them the opportunity to be exposed to it and learn about it and hopefully learn the life lessons that come with playing the game of golf. But tell us specifically a little bit about the First Tee of Pittsburgh now in its 15th, 16th year. Can you talk about a little bit about how the organization has grown and where you are now in 2016?
Yeah, well, it's been an amazing journey, and we're still in the process of continuing onward. So it's been great to see. The Pittsburgh chapter is part of an international chapter. There are 177 First Tees in every state in the country, as well as international locations. Pittsburgh chapter is one of the oldest. We started in 2000. We began at the Shenley Park Golf Course, which later became the Bob O'Connor Golf Course. And when it started, at least I began in 2008 with the chapter. We had two levels that we worked with in kids, and we had one location. So we worked at a level that was called the par level, which at the time was introductory, and then we worked at the birdie level, which was kind of more the advanced level, and that was the whole program. Now Pittsburgh has 9 program locations, and there are more than 7 levels for kids, and all that's been a response to the demand from the kids. So, as you said at the beginning, the real goal of the First Tee is to make kids successful on and off the golf course. And for all the folks who are golfers, as we were talking earlier, golf is a sport that really reveals a person's character.
Does it ever?
Oh, yeah. And, it's your self-management and how you can keep your composure and maintain a positive attitude. It's how you can set goals for yourself. And, all those folks who are 18 handicappers, they want to be a 16 handicapper, and then a 14, and then a 12. So, how do you do that when you have a goal like that? You don't jump a great big jump from, 16 to 10, but you work your way incrementally. So, we teach kids the skills to help them be successful in many areas of their lives, using golf as the platform to do that. And it's a great fun sport. Those of us who are golfers, who have the bug, love the sport. We love the challenge of playing golf. We love that you can play the same course 10 days in a row and have a different experience every time you play it. You never get the same lie. You love how it forces you to combine a mental game, a physical game, all of that together. So, golf is just the perfect vehicle to teach kids a lot of life lessons, as you said. And the First Tee curriculum has developed from where we started in 2000 with only 2 levels in 1 location to be a really robust program that's responsive to a lot of kids.
Are kids placed in level based on experience, skill, age, time in the program? How are they sorted out amongst the levels within the program?
We have 2 entry levels at the First Tee. So all kids, regardless of their golfing ability, begin at the target level if they're 5 and 6 year olds, or they begin at the player level if they're 7 and up. Okay. One of the neat things the First Tee did that's really, I think, amazing and just really insightful. So, you have kids and they play soccer and they play basketball. The first day they show up, they're playing basketball. They're playing soccer. But, if you've never held a golf club, the first day you show up, are you playing golf?
You are not.
So, they realized that there was a disconnect. You're teaching kids putting, chipping, pitching, full swing, but they don't really understand how it works. How is it used? How does it, fit into the game? So the player level was created to get kids on the golf course right away and have them understand the game and the objective of the game so they could connect the dots and see, well, why am I doing full swing? Why am I pitching, chipping, and putting? How does that play into the game and scoring? So it's great.
Marc Field, Executive Director of the First Tee of Pittsburgh, with me here in studio. He's going to be sticking around. Find more on the podcast coming up on Trib Live Radio.